In today's video, we are touring the Historical Eisenhower Farm and Gardens in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This is one of our favorite spots. We like it because it has plants and it's a garden and it's not usually busy, at least when we've come.
Peaceful.
Yeah, it's very peaceful. So we're gonna we're gonna check it out. We learned that the Eisenhower family bought this farm in 1950 for $40,000. It included 189 acres. They wanted it to be a respite from Washington, D.C. And it actually came with hundreds of chickens and several beef cattle. So the barn there you saw was used. This is an adorable little guest house that they had to hold guests. And President Eisenhower would bring a lot of diplomatic people to the farm, but I guess not very many stayed overnight. There's some neat old cars in that garage there my husband was really enjoying. I prefer the beautiful trees to the left. I thought this quote was so good and so interesting that he chose to say that back in the 50s, and so fitting still. Around the back side of the barn, there's a beautiful pathway full of boxwood bushes. We just love that he had his own putting green, and I can imagine him out there with such important people coming to the farm and just putting around a golf. There's a beautiful rose garden that sits on the back side of the house, so it's right in front of the backyard, and it's just full of roses. This is the view directly behind their house. They were doing some construction there, so I didn't get a lot of footage, but they might sit on those benches and look out into this backyard over the rose garden. And isn't that a gorgeous view? And to the left there is the putting green. So I just picture Mammy sitting there having some iced tea or lemonade, and Ike was over there putting his golf. Wouldn't that be fun? She was known for loving pink, and isn't that coral rose just gorgeous? This is a beautiful magnolia tree that we just really enjoyed, and imagine that's just gorgeous when it's blooming. And a little bit away from the house, just a short walk, there's this lovely patio with this outdoor fireplace, kitchen, thinking of all the parties they must have held here. It was just lovely, and this brickwork is just gorgeous. And then above there is a pergola. I certainly know if I lived there, I'd have some plants growing up that. And of course, my favorite part was the actual garden and the greenhouses. There are 2 old glass greenhouses, and they're so adorable. And they used these, as it says in this plaque, one was a gift, and they loved it so much they got another one. So they grew vegetables and flowers, and they even started some of their own shrubs in the greenhouses that are planted throughout the property. Then this is where their garden was held, and they still plant a garden here just to give you an idea of maybe some of the plants that they liked. Apparently, Ike Eisenhower was known as being a great chef, and he loved to cook. So I'm sure he grew a lot of his own vegetables to use in the kitchen. I also just love how they have the marigolds planted through the walkway. I know a lot of people do that. It's just something I don't do, but I thought it looked really pretty even in the fall here. There's some butternut squash. They had some tomatoes. Lots of lettuces and more tomatoes and peppers, and on the outside edge there was okra planted all around. It's just a very peaceful, enjoyable garden tour, and it's just, you just feel like you're stepping back in time and just imagining these dignitaries just living here and just getting away from the hustle and bustle and just enjoying farm life, which is, of course, how I love to enjoy my life too, in the peace and solitude and working in the garden. Well, thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the historical Eisenhower Farm, especially the garden part, just like I like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.